There's the sheep dip and all the information about the sheep dip, and Steph, because we're out on our adventures again. First gate and first steep hill of the day up to Kinder Res. At least the sun's come out, even though it's going to make us sweat going up that hill. Sweat's running off me. I started off in a jumper, but it's not took long before it's come off. But nice and slow all the way up Williams Clough, because we've got very heavy packs, because we're going to be camping on Bleaklow with some luck, if it doesn't absolutely sling it down and force us back off the top. But the weather is forecast reasonable for the next 2 days, so we should be all right. There's Steph taking photographs of frogs. So we're halfway along the side of Kinder Res, and we're going to be going up Williams Clough onto the Pennine Way. Lovely view. A mermaid's pond is up there, just on the top, hidden away above them trees.
There it is, William Clough. We've just walked around by the reservoir, which is looking very low and dry, and we're going to go up William Clough up onto the saddle below Kinder, where we pick up the Pennine Way.
So we've got to the crossing. Up there's Sandy Hayes, and where that sign is, Williams Clough, is where we're heading, up along the side of the river. Behind Steph, loads of purple heather. So we're plodding up Williams Clough, taking it nice and steady. Bit of a breeze. It's the jumping bit. You can't jump as far when you've got something heavy on your back.
There's Tina just having a rest before going on again.
Yeah, before we climb up that thing.
Yeah, that looks quite steep.
Did you go that way?
Yeah.
That way's easier, isn't it?
Probably.
I got this way and get my feet wet, eh?
I did.
All my body balance at the gym, but other days coming in handy.
No.
And that was steep, but it's a beautiful view down the valley. So let's have a look where we've got to go. Still going up. Still got that to do. But never mind. Keep plodding. Right, we're at the top. That goes up on the Kinder. But we're going across here and taking the Pennine Way. So we're at the junction of Hayfield, where we just come from that away. Bleaklow back this way, that's where we're going. Up there onto Kinder and Edale. We're going up this path past Steph.
You're right there, Tina.
Thank you. I was expecting somebody. Wind's got up. I'm on my phone and not on my Osmo, so no wind suppressant. Sorry, folks. Yeah, most of the time I've been up on this side, it's been absolutely pea super. But yeah, that is the back end of Kinder. We were going to walk round there. We'll have to do that probably another time.
Next year now.
Yeah, well, things happen and you just don't get the time, do you?
Following this flagstone path to Snake Pass Road. It might be a bit of a slog at times, but it does protect you from these peat growths here. So before this path was laid, it must have been quite difficult to make this crossing. So although they are sunk in a couple of places, as Tina's demonstrating, we are very grateful for the path. There we are. Snake Pass Road. We're gonna perch on those stones. Have a bit of a break here.
There we are, we stopped for a drink. And Steph stopped for crisps and a drink. Yours is down there. Yours is coffee. Mine's hot chocolate. And we're heading over there, Bleaklow, the crash site, the bomber crash site is, American bomber crash site's up there. We're carrying on down the Pennine Way. Once we've had a little stop. And my shoulders have had a rest from this massive rucksack. We're just going on to Bleaklow now. Going on down the Pennine Way after our little snack. These are the Pennine Way markers, so if you've ever following the Pennine Way, this is what you need to look for. This is the direction we're off. So this is Hearn's Clough, and we're going to get some water so we can make up the meal for tonight. We've got dried meals, so we need some water, so we're going to filter some water from here. As when we get nearer the top, we've got to cross it, so we get some water. That's one filled up. I'm just getting it from here, look, where the water's moving past. Best chance of being as fresh as possible. And now the other one. There we are. Making his way up the side of this river has not been very easy. It's been very boggy in places. But we're getting there. Aren't we, Steph?
Yep, slowly.
Slowly.
I think we're nearly at the top. It's been a bit of a slog this last bit, to be fair. It's been quite rocky and boggy. Lots of stream hopping. It's quite sapping really, especially with the big packs on. But I'm sure we're very nearly at the top now.
There's the summit of Bleaklow. Now to look for a nice camping spot and get some food. So that's Steph all set up for the night. And this one is my beast, a bit bigger, because I bought it to take the dogs with me, but I think Steph's went up a lot quicker than mine. But I've only put mine up once before, so I'll have to see. And the wind's not helping, a bit breezy. So let me spin you around and show you where we are. This is the only flat spot we really could find, so we don't have a choice. We've got neighbours, we've got sheep, and they keep getting closer. So we've not got no eaten guy ropes in the middle of the night. I can't phone Mark to tell him I'm okay because I've got no signal. You got a signal? So we're in the middle of nowhere, no signal, dead basic. I'll get some dinner on now. We're going to filter the water into the pot to boil it. So the water's boiling and I'm going to have beef stew and poor barley. Well, that's sat there with the water in for 15 minutes and it'll be done. Just putting the kettle back on again for a cup of tea and then we'll be time to eat. Well, my tea's ready. Bit hot yet to drink. Sun's starting to go down. There's a sheep over there somewhere. I can hear it bawling. They're going to have been bawling all night, I can see. Don't know whether you can see Steph back there. How are you doing, Steph?
Okay, I'm fine.
Let's see if I can see you. I don't know whether I've got you in frame. You talking to the sheep?
Just videoing. Doing a bit of film.
sunset.
Yeah.
Well, my dinner's ready now. My timer's just gone off, so I'm going to go and get something to eat. But the sun has just come right out over there. It's quite bright. Can't really see it. Where's it gone? It's over there somewhere. There, behind my head. Behind my head. Near where Steph is. You can't see my face now. But we've suddenly got a bit of sunshine. Last rays of the day, maybe, Steph? Well, I don't reckon much to that, but I've got to eat it because I'm starving. But it's a funny beef stew. Yes. Never mind. Won't get that one again, eh? It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Considering I thought we weren't going to get one. Yeah, wild camping. Can't beat it. Well, we're starting to get a sunset. That looks nice. Well, it's dark and we're in us tents and Steph's okay and I'm okay, except I've got a sniffly nose all of a sudden. And I don't know, what time is it now, Steph?
It's 9.
9 o'clock. So we might be having an early night, seeing as it's been a very hard slog up here with very heavy rucksacks. So we might be having an early night. I might listen to my audio book in a bit, and Steph's gonna look at her Kindle, aren't you? So I think that's all we're going to do for the rest of the night. So I'll see you in the morning. Well, morning. The wind has, well, it's a breeze more, has got up in the night and it's a little bit more cooler. That's why I'm underneath my sleeping bag. But I've had a good night and going to get up and get a cup of tea now. And then I suppose we better start packing away. Well, Steph's nearly done. Just a wet tent to take down from morning dew, not from rain. Mine's nearly packed. A few things to go in and a few things to collect from inside the tent, and then the tent can come down. But it's quite nice this morning. Nice views to wake up to. Steph nearly finished. The tent's down. I've just got to put mine down and pack it into that rucksack somehow. And then we're off in that direction. So we're all packed up and I'll just turn you round and show you where the tents have been. To leave no trace, we've cleared everything up. So that's where I've been camping. Over there is where Steph's been camping, and I'll widen it out a bit so we prove we haven't left a thing except a bit of trampled grass. We're heading for the Trig and the plane crash site, and I was just checking my hair in the phone to see if it looks a bit windblown, and it does. So over there is the Trig point on the hill over there. And we were debating whether to cut across because there is a man cutting across, but you can't see him, he's over there somewhere. But we don't know whether this bit is boggy, so we should be following this path down here, but it's very wet, so we're cutting across top of the hills. So we're going to head this way, I think, not risk falling into a bog. Especially when it got wet. You think if it got wet. Yes. So this is where we turned to Herne Clough, and we filled up with water, and we took the path across to the left, or to the point. We took the path that way. So now we're going to go up here, there, fall over if I going to go up to the American bomber crash site, and then up onto the trig, and then work his way back slowly to the cars eventually when we get back over towards Kinder. So that's kind of the plan for today. Do the bomber crash site, the trig, and then slowly work his way back, which is quite a long way, but we might just kind of veer off and explore little bits, just depending on how we're feeling. That's Steph, busy taking photos. If I zoom in, this Snake Road, where all the cars are parked, look, we've got to get back up there after we've done what we're doing, and that's the edge, back end of Kinder Plateau. So that corner of Kinder Plateau is where we're going to make a decision to go back down Williams Clough, or go up and across and come down near Jacob's Ladder and come into the back of Hayfield, just depending how we feel. Steph's with a big lens has spotted somebody camping just off of the main road. There we are, arriving at the crash site. American reconnaissance plane called Underexposed. There's some more wreckage of the American bomber, which was a reconnaissance photographic plane that took photos over enemy territory, but it wasn't over enemy territory in this case. It was bringing money back to base for the soldiers, well, airmen, soldiers maybe at the base, that wanted their wages. The money was found, the police found it, and so the airmen did get their wages in the end. Quite a lot of this looks like it's been brought from over on the moor and brought back. This bit's always been here, but a lot of this wasn't here when the last time I came. There's quite a few extra bits, so probably somebody's been collecting it up and putting it all in one place. Because this pile here, I can't remember that pile being there. Because I thought last time I was here there wasn't that many bits, and now there's absolutely tons of it. All this bit over here was here, where the engines are. So we're at the crash site of the B-29 Superfortress. So we're going to sit and have a rest now and take the weight off of this pack off my shoulders for 5 minutes. So we're coming up to the trig on higher shell stones. There's quite a nice view over the other side.
Got a river crossing now. Easy.
back at the stone that we stopped at on the way out for a bit of a rest and a drink. That's Snake Road behind me. We're just going to cross that and go back onto the moor and up towards Kinder and Williams Clough. Well, we're stopping for a brew before we go back down Williams Clough. So we're just setting off for Williams Clough. We've had our little rest, so we're on our way downwards. Last leg of this 2-day adventure. Got fell racers coming up.
Kid has gone for a paddle.
Can you see the waterfall?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Tina's water bottle ended up in the water and it sailed its way downstream. So away she goes to try to get it. Can you get it? Yay! Yay! Is he getting back up okay? She needs a hand. Yay!
Water level's quite low here. Not used to seeing it this low. Well, we're down to the reservoir and just going to walk up to the cars now, and that's going to be the end of this 2-day trip. We've had a good time and enjoyed ourselves. We're a bit tired now. Shoulders are aching a bit from this pack, and I'm ready for the sitting down in the car. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. See you next time.